this thing. Gotta make Yes. Alright.
Since high school.
Yeah, this is the first Western release of a Fairy Tail game, isn't it?
There's been a few. There was even one that I took the time to get it running on my computer, but I never actually played it because I've not been able to figure out how to hook up controllers to emulators. And playing that keyboard and mouse was not going well.
Sometimes it's easier said than done. Black screen. Okay, here we go.
Thank God.
I was worried for a second.
This is what I saw.
Oh, hey, Hades. They really went at it with the character models.
Yeah, like the character models look really good, and when they want them to, they move really well as well. Oh. Quality on my end just drops almost nothing. I'm just looking at pixels.
Oh God. It's still running smooth on my end.
Oh well. I have already seen these cutscenes here. Like I said, I couldn't help myself. I watched the first 15 minutes, basically up to after they beat Master Hades.
Oh hey, that's a nice little classification there. It tells you what guild they're a part of.
Did it skip through that, or did you have to press a button to move it?
I had to press a button.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. It feels weird that they chose this style, but I'm gonna go for it.
You mean a turn-based RPG? Oh, thank God Virgo actually has a model.
You didn't think she would?
Some of Lucy's spirits don't have a model.
That's peculiar.
I know Taurus and, oh crap, I'm drawing like Ares, I think, the goat. They don't have models.
What? That's unusual. Those are like two of her best spirits.
They have attacks, but they don't have models. It's just a picture of their face.
Oh, JPEGs.
Yeah.
God bless America. Alright, there's some slowdown on the stream, but it's running smooth on my end.
Alright, that's good. Another problem is that Melody, she doesn't have a model in the game. She has a voice actress and she has a character portrait, but she doesn't have a model.
Melody. Melody doesn't have... Jesus. It feels
There's
like...
some weird things going on in this game.
Like, did they only give a certain amount of budget to this?
I don't know. There's some odd stuff. Like apparently, Sting can get access to the lightning or to the dark light dragon mode.
Huh.
Calls it Hikarian. He can get access to that one in this game, despite the fact that the scene in which he gets access to that power is not going to happen. I don't know the context to how he gets that move, but he has that move in this game.
Okay then, game. Whatever you say. I just interrupted Loxus on complete accident.
Fine. We already know what happens here.
Yeah. Holy cow, it's telling me that 15% of frames have skipped over the last 2 minutes. Jesus.
On Steam's end? Or on that,
on the Streamlabs.
Have really bad skipping issues right now? Is that Streamlabs' fault, or is it something weird with the game? Because it never happened with Persona.
Wait, is it just giving me whatever now? Okay.
I mean, you can pick whatever move you want.
Let's try this one. That looks fun.
But thank God you're so much smarter than the guy I watched the first 15 minutes of. He didn't pick a move that hit everything on the screen.
I mean, it made sense to hit those.
And it was telling you to. It said they were in the way.
Okay, now it looks like things are fixing back up on the Streamlabs end.
Alright, that's good. Like, the game looks really pretty when it wants to.
Yeah, the problem...
There's a lot of times where it just doesn't want to.
Yeah. Like, depending on how well this works, I might want to try turning this into a full series, but if it turns out to not work well, I wouldn't mind not, you know? Like,
To you.
Like, I'll just play this in my off time. Like, I'm so upset that I turned Persona 4 Golden into just a stream thing, because now I have to wait to play it. So, if I do a New Game Plus, I'm just gonna do that one off stream, I think.
Couldn't see any reason to do a New Game Plus on stream.
Yeah. Unless I do, like, a challenge or something.
I suppose you could bump up the difficulty to max or something, and we could watch you suffer that way.
Okay, let's screw him with power. Okay, seems like that was a good decision. Oh yeah, I forgot he can do that. It feels weird seeing an MP bar in a Fairy Tail game. Like, it makes sense, but it's just...
Always talk about their magic as though there's been an MP bar the whole time. Straight up to the part where it slowly refills, and they can be completely out of magic.
Huh. That's...
I've loved, for the longest time, Fairy Tail works off of video game logic, so an RPG made perfect sense to me.
Yeah, that's definitely true. This is definitely a anime that follows a specific set of rules that just makes perfect sense for an RPG, but I don't know, it still feels weird that it's not like a real-time RPG.
Yeah, real-time RPG would have made a little more sense, but the people who made Gust, the people who make these, specialize in turn-based RPGs, so that's why they didn't want to stray from what they're good at.
Right. I'm just thinking, like, can you imagine a Fairy Tail game that's built like Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Holy shit, that would be amazing, but I could not expect that level of polish in Fairy Tail.
Love this show, but I think it'd be too much to ask.
Final Fantasy VII Remake was the most polished game I have ever played.
Okay, yeah, Streamlabs is lagging like hell again, so this is definitely going to be a one-time thing on stream, I think.
So is it the Streamlabs just not like this game or something?
Apparently, I've never encountered an issue this bad before. My god, he's going Super Saiyan.
I've been hearing lots of issues like that.
I don't know, maybe it's something else. Maybe it's something else they did when they ported to Steam.
Yeah, Steam just seemed to have some issues, which is unfortunate. Hopefully, those issues probably won't be there for the console game, just because we don't usually have problems with what to do there.
Yeah, I don't think we'll run into this kind of issue in the Switch version, and I imagine the PS4 version is going to run great, because this game was designed for those.
The PS4 version, because I knew I wanted a pretty version of the game. But I got the Switch version because when the game was announced, I was still in the middle of classes. I wanted to make sure I'd be able to actually have time to play the game, so having it portable would have worked better.
Oh, is this going to teach us about unison raids or something now? Because this feels like a good time for that.
They should be doing the thing where they don't have any magic left and they do their team attack. But they don't really play it like that in the game, unfortunately.
I mean, they're really...
The reason this speed is so cool isn't captured very well.
I mean, they're really just using the Nakama energy, literally right here.
Yeah, like you can literally see the Nakama energy. They didn't have magic left in the anime version of this.
Yeah,
The cats just managed to turn off his spell around the same time that they landed a punch on him.
yeah, like, I really
And then they
appreciate...
don't even have the shadow thing surrounding him this time.
Yeah, I definitely appreciated how the anime played this, just the one last assault.
Yeah, this was one of the coolest scenes in the anime.
Oh yeah.
The arc in the anime. Like, this is one of the scenes that's the reason that I liked that arc so much. Oh, they didn't show up. They're just really easy to miss. They're not in the cutscenes.
Okay, weak as in they're weak to it? Or weak as it... Yeah, the upwards arrow implies that.
Oh, Hades is weak to it. I thought it was gonna be the dirt demons that were.
Huh. Okay, so is that telling me which ones they're targeting for an attack?
Yeah, the three squares are all three of those places will be where your attack hits.
No, I know that. I mean, looking at the character portraits underneath, like, the Dirt Demons and Hades, is that who they're going to be gunning for when they use their attack?
Oh. It might. I didn't notice that until just now.
That's an interesting mechanic. I appreciate that. That's really nice.
That way, if you have someone who's in danger, you could knock the ones out that are aiming for them.
Precisely. Really, I don't have any of her buff attacks right here.
But buffs is the thing she's supposed to start with.
It's like her whole thing.
Then she gets attacked second.
Yeah, didn't she actually not learn how to use anything like that until the
All of
games?
Wendy's attack magic is based off of spells Natsu
Let's see.
uses.
True.
Because she only learned how to create attack spells by watching Natsu.
Which has to be one of the coolest things. Alright, you know what? Screw
One
these
of the
guys.
first really cool Wendy moments was when she figured out how to do Sky Dragon's Roar. Because that was the first time she'd ever done it.
Yeah, that was definitely a... He's weak to ice, too? Wow.
He's just weak to everything right now, I guess.
Lucy Kick is an actual attack, and it costs
Lucy Kick is an
MP.
actual attack.
I feel like I have to see what that is. Like, it's not going to do much against
It's
him.
exactly what you think it is.
Why would that cost MP?
I don't know. If it was gonna cost MP, it should have been Regulus Lucy Kick or something.
I mean, I guess she doesn't get that until later. Maybe that's like an upgrade later on.
Oh, the whole just destroy everything. Oh, you're doing a chain. I see.
If
So are you just watching this, or do you have any control over what's going on?
no, I got to choose whether I did a chain or a finisher. Like, is there a reason to not?
I don't know.
But no,
I
that...
know exactly as much about how this game functions as you do.
Dude's not even here right now, my man! Hopefully Natsu just gets to keep lightning fire magic instead of just forgetting he has that for the rest of the anime, basically.
Lightning Fire Dragon mode is a legitimate mechanic in this game.
Thank God.
He also has access to regular Dragon Force. You can only do one at a time. You have to pick between them. But
Okay,
secondary
see,
form is a mechanic in the game.
okay, see, that makes sense. I appreciate that. Huh, does that mean, like, Lucy's different Celestial Spirit clothes are going to be separate, like, power-up transformation things, do you think?
Probably, since she doesn't requip.
What a loser. Wait, actually, wouldn't that be a type of equipping?
I mean, it's very similar, but she also insists that it's not the same thing. I can't tell you the difference, but she insists it's not the same thing.
Okay, well, actually, that kind of makes sense. Oh, hey, everyone.
It's linked to her celestial spirits, though, so I
Yeah.
suppose that's the major difference.
Makes sense. Plus, isn't Urza the exception, and she's like the only person that can equip armor, except for that one chick in the Princess of Fire
Urza's
movie?
thing is that she has the most she can do, and she can switch between them the fastest. That's her thing.
Okay.
Equip magic isn't even that uncommon.
Well, yeah, Biska can do it.
Yeah.
If Biska can do it, pretty much anyone can. No offense to Biska.
It's just Biska can't do it as fast, and she doesn't have as many options.
Right, I thought that, like, there was something special about Urza's, like, oh, she can switch armor, that's why she's the armor wizard.
Her thing is how fast she can do it.
Oh, okay. She doesn't have to do a whole Sailor Moon transformation every time.
Yeah, basically. Even though the anime did that anyway.
I mean, they were being
At least at
cinematic.
Those first few times she equips where she does like the Sailor Moon thing.
Yeah.
Because she didn't do that at all in the manga. That was the thing the anime added.
Well, I mean,
That's
that's...
the magic circles that are there.
Yeah, I was just about to say the magic circles were just another thing that they added to try to make things stylish.
I do kind of miss the magic circles though. Like I was digging the aesthetic.
It was a sick aesthetic. And there were so many details in them, like the dragon face and Natsus.
Yeah, I was down with it. I kind of miss them. They weren't in the manga, but it was a cool addition.
Yeah. Oh right, Agnologia time, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're always have the same face in their character portraits. They don't change with their emotions, which bugs the hell out of me.
Okay, so their models change, but their portraits don't. It's like an inverse of Persona 4.
Like, what's the point of showing their portraits if their faces don't change?
I don't know. I know the best thing they can say about Carla is Wendy's partner.
I mean, yep. She's sort of, even though she gets a transformation, she's sort of the least interesting Exceed.
She's also the only one that can transform into a human. Like, Happy can't transform at all, and...
Well, it's implied to be the same thing Panther Lily does, but hers just looks way more human.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, why does Panther Lily's look so different?
The only thing Carla keeps is with her transformed form. It's cat-like its ears.
Okay, so
Other than
now...
that, she's just like a generic schoolgirl.
Okay, so A for actions. Okay, so it's gonna give us a...
There he is. There's Godzilla in his Grand Magic Games outfit.
The hell are you doing here, boy?
You're not supposed to be wearing that.
That's illegal! Your DLC. Did the cats even do anything in the game version?
There's an attack that you can use with them.
No, I mean like during the Hades fight. Like, they didn't get their time to shine.
No, they did a game that didn't do anything.
Okay, talking to the cat's the same as talking to the person. Oh, I'm gonna have to get used to the fact that Juvia speaks in, like, the third person in Japanese.
She does it in English?
Not as much. Like, she does it on occasion, but not nearly as much. Like, it's...
Juvia not talking in the third person is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard.
Wait, is that Hyper Buff Elfman?
It is. He's not supposed to be hyper buff yet.
What the hell's going on here? What is...
Hyper buff until he trained after Tenru. They just didn't want to make two Elfman models.
I can't really blame them for that, but come on! God.
Like, as again, there's some little things about this game that bug me.
I like how Gildarts just looks like a One Piece character. I don't...
Yeah, I'm tired of that one. I've heard that one
You
before.
really?
There's a One Piece character, I don't know his name, that looks almost exactly like Gildarts.
That's hilarious.
Apparently he's older than Guild Arts too. Like he predates Guild Arts debut.
Well, yeah, One Piece has been going for a long time.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Fairy Tail didn't do something before One Piece does.
True.
Because Fairy Tail also ended before One Piece ended. I don't think One Piece has ended yet.
No, it has not. Well, yeah. No one can take on Zeref 1v1, at least at the moment. Okay, so everyone's gonna try thinking about returning to the S-Class trial, and then Dragon.
Oh yeah, they spelled Kana's name wrong.
I'm just taking a second to process. Why?
They put a P in her last name and they started her name with K instead of...
Oh my god, I didn't even notice the P. Her name is Kana Alperona, according to the game.
It's supposed to be Alberon.
Yes! How did they make that mistake?
I don't know.
And, okay, so does her name have 2 N's or 1? Because I remember only 1. I remember it being C-A-N-A.
It's the fact that it starts with a K instead of a C that bugs me the most. I think it's C-A-N-N-A.
God, that's gonna bug me a lot.
I mean, the pronunciation of how they misspelled her name isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the Japanese and having pronunciations.
Okay, so we just left him there and he's still just panting in that same spot.
They basically spelled her name like the Japanese pronunciation.
Okay, that's fair enough. Oh.
Instead of taking her official English translated version of the name. That already exists.
Good job, game. Oh gee, I wonder who it is.
You see his face at this point in the anime.
We know who it is. Yeah, there he is.
There you go.
Kirito.
Ah, yes. Black swordsman.
Let's be real. This entire arc would have ended so much easier if it was just Kirito instead. Because let's be real, he'd be dead.
I mean, yeah, I'm not much of a scaler, but Sword Art Online, at least in this part of the series I've seen, Sword Art Online is not powerful enough to compete with Fairy Tail characters.
I think yeah, I've only really ever seen up till the end of SAO proper, like before they did ALO.
I saw up to the end of Mother's Rosario, and I haven't watched any of the newer ones. I'm planning on doing so soon, but I've got an awful big backlog already.
He tried to run. Yay! Okay, so you've probably seen it up until like the big fairy spell takes place, right?
You're already in Spartans. I haven't seen this point already.
You need to stop.
Sorry, I've got.
The guy I watched play was not a very good player. He picked some really dumb move choices.
I picked the Lucy kick.
Yeah, but you picked the Lucy kick when he was the only thing left on the screen.
So he actually got attacked by those dirt golem things?
Oh yeah, and he didn't destroy both of the shields as Loxus either. He only destroyed one of them.
Well, technically there were 3. Okay,
I'll give it this right here. Aknologia looks amazing.
right? I was just about to say, that model's amazing.
I saw a picture of him earlier, like a screenshot, and I was super impressed with Aknologia.
Are they gonna force us into a failed boss fight?
I don't know.
Oh no, we're trying to GTFO.
The damage done to that ship is nowhere near as extreme as it was in the anime.
Well, no, remember, Hades didn't get blown the hell out of it this time.
Yeah, like Lightning Dragon's roar is a lot more boring than the game.
He's gonna roar!
防御魔法を使える者は全力全開。俺たちはこんなところで終わらねえ。絶対諦めない。
Skipping straight to this part. No failed attempts to destroy him.
Okay, those were kind of funny though. Like, if the situation weren't so serious, I would have laughed my butt off the first time. Just the fact that he no-selled everything that people could do.
They seem pretty good justice. They skipped some things, but
Yeah.
I'm not as upset about this as I was about how they handled the Hades fight.
Okay, like that final non-magical attack against Hades was so sick in the anime. Like,
Yeah, I really wish they would have recreated that in the cutscene.
I guess we were still in tutorial mode, but God. Oh,
See, I originally thought that the tutorial was gonna be all of Tenro, and that Hades would be like the first boss.
see, that makes sense.
仲間が一緒だったから。みんながいればどんなことも乗り越えられる。
Okay, they're doing the Lucy narration thing. Okay, that makes sense.
私たちはアクノロギアの攻撃を受けたのに無事だった。フェアリーテール初代マスター、メイビス・バーミリオンが私たちの絆や信じ合う心を使って
Oh yeah, Mavis is just kind of there now, right?
フェアリー・スフィア
No, oh, thank God she has a model. I was about to say, I don't think I've seen Mavis's model yet.
Good, she has one.
でも封印凍結を解除するのに7年かかってしまい
Are they
She's
gonna make
an
a...
important character, but she's not that important
流れに戸惑った
in this game that she wouldn't. Like, I could have seen them if they didn't give Melody a model, then I could see them not giving Mavis one.
Oh, I forgot. Now I think about it, yeah. They wouldn't have Zero
It's a
in this,
slideshow
would
on my
they?
end.
Oh yeah, I just looked over at Streamlabs. It is choppy as hell.
This game just doesn't like to be streamed.
No, apparently it does
Run
not.
down Shack Fairy Tale.
He got smaller while we were gone. Yeah, this is also not where it was. Like, you'd think that's more important. Okay, Natsu's muscles look like his arms are scarred like Deku's. Like, look at that.
See it, yeah. It's
God.
trying to be like shadows, but it comes off a little goofy.
ちょっと前のことなんだけど
Is our first mission to take out those other guilds that moved into town as Urza and Mirajane? Because I'd be okay with that.
ここを仮の本部
Lucy's tits seem bigger in 3D.
私たちが留守
Okay, well, you didn't have to say it like that, but you're right.
I was gonna say it.
Like, I don't know, I wasn't gonna call attention to it.
楽しみがあと何回やって
I couldn't not. I'm so used to them in 2D. They didn't seem quite that big in 2D. Like, they didn't seem small, but they didn't seem that big.
I mean, it looks like it happened to everyone but Levy. And that makes sense.
どういうこと
Well, and Wendy.
この7
it doesn't look too ridiculous, at least in the
年
armor.
つけたということ
Yeah,
By the
But-
way, she shouldn't be wearing this armor set until it switches to Series 2.
yeah, this is the armor she started using during the Dragon King, isn't it? Or like halfway through Grand Magic?
Yeah, she should still be wearing her Season 1 armor. Right?
つまりギルドも俺らも鍛え直し
I mean, I get they kind of wanted to skip the extra steps, but
I really hope her Season 1 armor is one of the DLCs coming.
it's got to be a costume, right? Like, it's iconic.
I always liked her Season 1 armor better than her Season 2 armors.
I mean, I love them both, but
I don't dislike her Season 2 armor. I just like her Season 1 armor better.
they didn't give him a Callum model.
もし天狼島が
Or Romeo. Like, the guild isn't just slightly empty, it's totally empty until the main characters show up.
Even characters are supposed to be here. You don't have models. Like, I know they were really minor characters, but it's sad. I'm hoping that if this game gets a sequel, they'll reuse these models and give models to everyone who didn't have one.
You know what I would have appreciated? You remember in like Ruby Volume 1, those really low budget like shadows for every like non-important character?
Yeah. I really liked how Ruby Chibi brought attention to that too.
I wish that more stuff would use that. Like, it feels hilarious, and it's a really cheap way, since especially they were just recolors of the main character's models.
I mean, Persona 5 does that. To make it seem like there's more people walking around.
The 7-year gap. After the events on Tenro, Natsu and the others return and find that Fairy Tail has been reduced to a shadow of its former glory. I wouldn't call it glory, like, they were infamous for being the most destructive sons of guns in the world.
Glory is glory.
Now the weakest guild in Fiore, they're determined to return to the top. First, go see what needs to be done.
If you're infamous, you're still famous.
Well, yeah, you can't spell it without it. That's big brain. Okay.
Though, that sounds like something Natsu would say.
Okay, so it wants me to talk to Lucy.
Alright. As an RPG fan, I want to see the menus. They
Oh,
never show
yes!
the menus and promotional material.
Okay. So we have help, which is the tutorial stuff. Not bad. We've got an encyclopedia for characters and terms and stuff. That's pretty good.
So for people who tried to jump in with the game, God bless them. It's a dumb idea, but if they wanted to, sure, go ahead. They'll probably have a good time, but you
Dear Lord. Like, fair enough. That's a whole lot of lore.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
My other question is, how long is it going to take before you can get Gajio in the party?
Probably when we get to the games.
That's sort of where I'm expecting it, yeah.
Okay, so main
But
story.
There's technically no reason why you shouldn't be able to team up with him now. Other than maybe him just deciding he's too big-headed to do so. I don't know.
Okay, so I can't add another team member at the moment. It's just Natsu and Lucy. Oh.
Or said that they were going to do that.
Okay, so bond ranks, magic, character, extra lacrimas.
So
Okay.
you can add more lacrimas based off of how high your level is and how high your character is. Alright.
That's fair. Extra spells based on character rank, and it looks like you can really boost your character rank to a pretty high level. Okay, magic chain in hand. Yep. Okay, so it looks like every few levels you get a character-specific spell. So level 2 and 6.
I'll bet you can keep. It looks like, unlike a lot of RPGs, you get to actually keep all of your spells. Which is nice.
Oh yeah, because yeah, that makes sense. So it's
I mean, you
Lucy
were just
Sir-
complaining about it that you had to delete some spells in
Yeah.
Persona the other day.
well, see, I'm used to games where you actually get to keep your spells, so that was new for Persona.
I've had a lot of RPGs where you can only. Well, sometimes you don't have to delete them, but you can only equip so many at a time, and sometimes you have to delete them entirely.
I
And I know
still,
you've played a game that you had to do that because I know you've played Pokemon.
yeah. Okay, so it still feels like 4 MP is way too expensive for a Lucy kick.
So considering that there shouldn't be any magic involved at all.
Okay, so that is 2/3 of how much it costs to summon Scorpio. And one more than it takes to
Nikura's
summon
still in the game.
Nicaro.
I heard rumors that Nikura was removed.
Oh, well, there they are, so. Rumor has been proven
It's supposed
false.
to be Nicola, not Nikura, so that might be another misspelling. I'm not 100% sure about that one though.
I appreciate that Lucy has a high luck stat. Like, that feels like a reference, and I'm okay with it.
Lucky Lucy?
Lucky Lucy. Okay, so as the bond increases, it's not just for character stuff, it also raises bonus. It also adds bonuses to it. So you want a team that's had good synergy with each other.
Sounds like most characters can get synergy with most other characters, though. I know that one of the special events involves Natsu and Juvia hanging out, which is something that just basically doesn't happen in the anime.
That doesn't sound right. Natsu and Juvia?
Juvia alone?
How? Why? Where's Gray? How does this happen?
Did Juvia melt or something? I don't know.
She'd evaporate. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. We've got magic. Okay, so you can use magic outside of battle. Okay, so you can heal outside of battle. That makes sense. I'm glad to have that. Magic chains. Okay. So, chain combos available. What? Is that just... Okay.
Maybe it's helping you be able to set up how a chain works? Because you said that all you did was say, go ahead and do a chain.
Okay, so it looks
Maybe-
like I
maybe
might
you set
be...
up how the chain works outside of battle, and the chain just happens when you tell it to inside of battle.
I might be able to make it happen in different ways as time goes on. Okay, item menu. I don't have any, and appropriately I have 0 jewel. But Lucy's rent though. Alright. Chain...
Also, this is the part of the game where Natsu and Happy go to their house, like, oh no, we've been robbed! Our money's gone!
Alright, yeah. Okay, these are actually pretty good menus. I'm okay with them. Okay. Magic, you can use it once. No duh.
You buff yet, Elfman.
Don't think anyone would notice if I broke something in here. No use crying over spilled milk. We'll just have to make do. We're
John is
back.
very excited about something.
I'm so glad everyone made it back okay. Fucking run down. He does that. I just have to deal with it, I guess. Used to be a bar. Can't even serve water in a shitty spot like that. Kana,
Probably was barking in the house.
I don't think Kana has any room to complain. It feels like she'd drink anywhere. Clean out nothing but dust.
Oh, DLC, I mean Lozana.
Okay. Mira's not DLC, right?
The mirror's in the game already.
Excellent.
It's only Elfman and Lozana.
Right, and Leon's not here. Those were the 3 that were announced, right? Leon, Lozana, and Elfman?
There were 4 announced, Levy.
Right.
LLL and E.
Come on, give us the mission to go beat up those other guys. That feels like a good way to, like, teach us about missions. Okay, I'll admit, the Japanese voices, like, work for the characters as someone that came in watching the dub first.
Oh, I love the Japanese cast. It's so bizarre to me to see the dub.
Guild Ledger. Okay,
I think Mira Jane might be one of the most jarring ones when going to the dub.
Okay, yeah, you know what, that's fair. Once you have achieved a certain amount of renown, Guild will rise in rank, receive a commendation from the council. Furthermore, both the amount of requests you can take on and your chain combo bonus will increase. Okay. That's interesting. To rebuild, we'll have to do it the honest way, taking requests. Yeah? Because we...
It's just standing on a crate.
Take requests at the board. There's
That makes
one.
me so happy.
It just makes sense. I'm glad it exists. Lucy, shut up.
In the middle of the room for Makarov to stand on.
Okay, that's how they explain the RPG elements. Okay. So, I guess that's why they're at level 1, even though they've done all sorts of junk in the show previous to this, is that they're saying that they're weaker after 7 years.
And the anime was just that they had fallen behind. It's essentially the same thing, I guess, but whatever.
Okay, now it's giving me... I was already trying to look for this, so I appreciate that. Raises attack by 15. Heck yeah, you give that to Natsu. Like, why wouldn't you? Let's see what the other one is. Raises defense.
Prioritize attack in RPGs just because it's fun to be able to kill things quickly. At the expense of likely being killed quickly yourself.
Yep. Because special edition.
Got your costumes now, you woot woot. I'll probably actually have them wear those once I enter the games.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you? Take on a request.
You should also have the Atelier costume and the Miss Fairy Tale one as well.
Yep. Those were in there too. Alright. Let's look at what the board says. It's only a D rank. God. If this is anything like Naruto's, and it is, then this is going to be dumb as heck. This
This is it. I want to see that from another angle. I want to see that exact face from the side.
Same. Dang it.
They're just a paper thin mouth hanging off of his face.
Request for Fairy Tale can be viewed at the board. Alright. Best bud going to the forest, but it's been like a whole day. Okay, so we just need to find a dude in the forest.
Music. Sounds like they're ready to do the can-can.
That's some guild music right there. I approve. Oh hey, so now it's going to give us a party member add tutorial by letting us bring Wendy. Yeah, it's weird that Lucy has a healing spell, but Wendy doesn't, right?
Wendy should have healing spells, she has buff spells, she has debuff spells, where are they? That should be the most... Wendy should be the synergist of the group. She should have all of that stuff.
Yeah, she should be the priestess here. Okay, so why did Lucy's landlady... Oh, she's a guest character, meaning that I can't control her. Okay, that's obnoxious, but sure. Oh look, she does have a healing spell now.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, does that heal?
Did she have 3 attacks in the opening attack battle?
Yeah, they nerfed the heck out of us. See, look, I can't use Verdo as Lucy now.
You can't pull the key out of your pocket, Lucy.
I mean, that sounds like Lucy, doesn't
Not the
it?
end of the world, but it's stuck. I'm not high enough level. It's too heavy. The keys work on Milnir logic.
Okay, so this is... Okay. I'm good with this.
Is that flag's really really choppy on the game, or is that just me?
That's just you in the stream. It's working fine here.
Okay.
Okay, Twilight...
It looks like it has 4 frames of animation for me.
Yeah, no, it's moving pretty smooth in the actual game. Like, it's giving a bad impression of how the game looks, actively.
I'm glad that it's just the stream.
In the center of town near the bridge. Okay, so now we actually get to see Magnolia.
Celebration.
Hey, this is an RPG. This might be useful. Don't judge me. I didn't know there was a guild here. Shut up, man. That's rude.
We'll move it in no time.
Okay, this looks pretty great. It's probably choppy as hell, though, right?
On my end, yeah, it's really choppy. Is it on your end?
No.
I'm just gonna keep making sure.
I'll tell you if there's something that actually goes wrong. Okay, so here's Lucy's house.
Oh, it's getting worse. It's getting so much worse.
Yeah, I see it. I see it on Streamlabs.
Going backwards. It's playing frames out of order.
This shouldn't be here right now, right?
Oh no, it should be there. They're just locked out of it.
It'll work if you just put it on top of the other.
Why isn't there just an option to punch the heck out of them and move back in? That feels like that would be the not to strat, doesn't it?
I guess.
Like, who said all this boring stuff?
Oh, the frame rate on the stream.
あ、湯が来ない。
Oh, you just looked?
Okay enough, I guess.
No, no. Oh no, I'm complaining about it more. I'm assuming it's about the same as what I'm seeing.
Yeah, probably. Like, my face cam's lagging too.
入れません。もうやり
Oh, so
Oh,
this game is just tearing apart your
Oh.
stream.
apparently. Okay,
This
so
isn't that intensive of a game either, because it fits on Switch.
そんな大金払えないよ。ルーシーさんもでしたか。ウェンディも？ベアリー
well, yeah, I guess the dorms were part of the old big fairy tale, so
ヒルスも全額払わされました。足りない分は負けてくれましたけど。
oh no, the fairy tale still owns the fairy tale dorms, but they still made them pay.
ベアリーテールも火の車だし、仕方ないか。
なんだルーシー、泊まるところないなら
If they thought they were dead, why would they still have to pay rent for the whole time they were gone? Dead men don't pay rent.
お、ハッピー、今日からルーシーがな。
金庫盗まれちゃった。魚買おうがないよ。
Someone stole all the money from our safe. We don't even have enough to buy fish.
Oh, you don't even get to go to Natsu's house to find that out? I guess that means Natsu's house is in Maru.
ルーシー、さっきの話、なしな。
God dang.
ギルドも
Alright.
私たちも一
They did. What is going on here? This shouldn't be bothering my system this much. Any exit you
It's
want.
entertaining.
Yeah, this is bad. Like, the game is working well. It's working fine. But sure as hell doesn't look it right now. God, I fear going back to listen to my
This is the
audio
best
for
fairy
this.
tale PowerPoint presentation I've ever watched.
Like, legitimately, I feel just upset. Like, I can't imagine going back to, like, listen to this stream. It's gonna be terrible. Unless the audio works. Yeah. Unless the audio works totally fine, but the stream itself is terrible. And who knows? Okay.
It's a little bit entertaining.
Open the map of
I've
Fiore.
never seen frames play out of order before.
This is certainly an unusual situation. Okay, so this is how you fast travel. You can do it from anywhere or by exiting. Okay, that's pretty useful info.
Oh. Frames don't like the leaves either.
No, they do not. Like, those aren't even that detailed of leaves. Come on!
I can only think it's just that for some reason it's taking up so much of your CPU that the stream service is struggling. Because it does seem to coincide to when there's more stuff on screen.
消息を絶った場所ね。
Weird.
不明になったやつを探して連れて帰ればいいんだろう。楽勝だぜ。ハッピー、どっちが早く見つけられるか。
ショッ
勝負だ。
はいさあ。ここにはモンスターが出ます。気をつけ
Also, why is it limiting my party to only the 2 and a guest when this is supposed to be like a 5 character? Like, maybe I get more slots as time goes on?
It's probably just because it's still tutorial range and it's giving you the ideas slowly. We'll probably also have to do something to unlock party members as usable party members.
Oh, okay, so you can enter battles at advantage.
Yeah. It kind of looked like your face just ran into it and your fist never touched it.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Like, do I have to actually, like, bait it out?
I think you might need to try to hit him further away.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Magic attack, defend item. Wait, even just normal attacks cost 1 MP? I guess that's why the Lucy kick costs 4, but why? That
Bad. But yeah, you'd think regular attacks wouldn't cost any MP.
Okay, how are you guys standing? Okay, yeah. So that is telling me where they're targeting.
I
Okay.
do kind of like that. That is an interesting mechanic.
I've never seen something like that before.
It really lets you plan around things.
Yeah. Did Lucy just get a second turn in a row?
I guess.
That's weird, right? Okay, so EXP is ether nanoparticles. Oh, no, that's restoring MP. Okay. That's cool. That's interesting.
Punched a bird. I punched the bird, the best you ever seen.
Okay, yeah, it looks like I have to actually make use of the animation itself. And boy, that be lagging, huh?
Your stream's not happy.
No, it ain't. Seven types of elements. Non-elemental.
I'm not 100% sure if it's still that, but I know that in the early phase, all of the enemies in the game were Atelier enemies.
Really?
Like the basic mobs. So this is basically an Atelier game with a fairy tale skin.
Okay, that makes it funnier that Lucy's costume. Alright, 7 types of attack. Non-elemental, fire, ice. Why does ice use a water icon? Was it that hard to put a snowflake there? And how are holy and demon that different from light and dark?
There's no water element attacks. What does Juvia do?
Ice magic, apparently! Nani the hell? Weak, resist, none, drain. Okay, okay. This feels Persona. Okay, let's see what Scorpio can do.
So is Gajiel just like all physical?
I have no idea what's even going on. Like, okay. He's weak. Why is the golem weak to fire?
That doesn't seem like that would make sense.
Dealing a large amount of damage with a single attack may cause break to occur. It is more likely to happen when using magic that aligns with the target's weakness. When a character enters break, they'll be unable to act on their next turn, and any damage they receive will be critical. Okay, so I knocked him down, is what it's saying.
Essentially knocking him down, yeah.
I'm really just legitimately using... It resists the Lucy kick. Okay.
Everything in the game should resist Lucy kick.
Well, yeah, it's legitimately a joke attack. Was it ever actually useful except for when she used Capricorn?
It's got Regulus Lucy kick, that was useful.
True.
Because Lucy's not allowed to be taken seriously even when she does do something cool.
Okay, well, what about Tartaros? She did good there.
She did. Tartarus is the exception to the rule.
Oh, hey, look.
It's rough for some reason.
We got thugs. Is this like that ogre guild? I don't even remember what they are, like ogre nose or something. Oh, no, I recognize those masks.
That's vaguely familiar.
Jesus!
Oh. Wendy just almost took him out by herself.
That's illegal for Wendy to do.
Oh yeah, so you see those three grouped together, that all counts as one enemy. The whole group of 4 people is one enemy.
They share one health bar. Or do they just, like, switch over who I'm focusing on? Okay, we broke them. Oh, there's Ares. Why is she the finisher? Okay, yeah, Ares JPEG.
Either.
The hell was that?
Chain.
I'm confused.
The chains do look a little weird. Like, I'm down with the idea, but they look a little weird.
Fleuve de Toiles. Okay, Lucy, whatever you say. Dang! Look how much health Wendy's got. That feels weird. Oh, she got a buff spell now! Now this is becoming like the Wendy we know.
Buffs and debuffs are the reason why I expect Wendy is almost never going to leave the team.
私が治療します。
You know, once she gets them.
Unless there's a... I suppose I could use Shelia, but I like Wendy as a character better than Shelia.
Legit almost forgot Shelia existed for a little while there.
Shelia's the only other one I can think of that would have lots of buffs and debuffs.
フェアリーテイルだ。
Okay. I don't get that. They were so infamous, they were like, caused people to shudder when they heard the name.
They
7
didn't
years.
do anything for 7 years.
Okay, they never sent one person to go wreck a town. Like, hey, you know, people might forget about us.
Apparently Guild Arts was very lucky and didn't accidentally knock something over the whole time.
Guild Arts was on the island, wasn't he?
Oh wait, yes he was.
Yeah, remember, all of the important characters were stuck on Tenro for 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we have a choice to instantly return to the guild, or we can walk there ourselves. That's pretty cool. Right? Hey, Charlie!
It's always nice when they let you automatically walk back to places.
Yeah, it saves time.
Oh, you're going backward in time again.
Oh, okay. Jeez, Lucy, you're not even here right now. How can you judge which direction I want to go?
どこ行くかな。
God.
よし、ここ
In the water. I
Okay.
like that.
では。どこ行
It's a
くか
cute little detail. I like that. It means literally nothing, but I enjoy it.
Okay, so do I have to walk all the way to the proper entrance to get to the Fairy Tale Guild? Oh, there's a run button. That makes it better.
どこ行くかな。
Okay. That's stupid. Is there a way to fast travel between sections of an area? Nope.
Like it.
ショット。
Okay, that's annoying. Whatever you say, though, game.
This doesn't look like that big an area that it would be much of a problem.
No, not really. Okay, so down on the map in the bottom right corner, you'll see that these... Okay, so these are world map areas, the green arrows. The big doors are to areas within areas, so like sub-areas, that's where the Fairy Tale Guild is. Oh, look, you can actually see it! Look at that!
Up on the mountain?
Yeah!
That's nice.
I wasn't expecting to be able to see it, I like that. And Lucy's house is right here.
I already knew that my favorite part of this was going to be exploring the areas in 3D.
Okay, so... I keep
I
forgetting that...
can't wait to pimp out the guild. That is
Yes.
so fun.
I keep forgetting that Lucy's house is a legit catty corner to the guild hall. Or at least the old guild hall.
よいしょっと。
You know, the good one. Oh, is that how they do that? So, if we pimp out the guild hall enough, will we be able to get the old one back, and then we have to pimp that one out again?
That would probably be how it works in the game, but...
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
All done with the request? Yes. What if we said no? 500 jewel. Lucy, is that enough for 7 years rent?
ウェンディ、お疲れ様。お役に立てたようでよかったです。またさ、早くお家
She doesn't know it yet, but her dad, at least in the anime, paid for it the whole time.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
これじゃ全然足りない。
I'm just waiting until we see the letter.
次行こうぜ次
On to the next one. Keep on like this, the guild's debt will be gone in no time. Natsu, I admire the optimism. Like, one down, like a million to go. Oh! Oh, there's a little character recruit screen. That's nice.
Oh, that she counted as a guest until you managed to recruit her. That's what it was.
Yeah,
She'll do the same thing for every character you recruit from now on.
we went up 4 ranks for doing one D rank mission? Have these people done nothing? Oh, while characters not on your team cannot participate in battle, they gain 50% of the XP learned. So they don't, like...
Thank God, there's XP share.
I like that.
Huge cast as this is going to have XP share sounds like a requirement.
Okay, I'm just automatically sticking Wendy on the team because I don't have anyone else. As your guild rises the rank, you receive fairy points. Fairy points are used to raise character ranks from the guild ledger. What? Okay, that
This
doesn't...
are probably for those optional. Yeah, there it is. Where it's basically like confidants in Persona.
Characters
So
who...
you don't have to wait days.
Yeah, there's no day limit or anything here. You can check characters' ranks and skills by... Okay.
It's basically like a confidant, and I'm kind of down.
Okay, yeah, I'll go for it. Okay, character rank up. Okay, let's look at what this says. Still nothing new. Age of Sabertooth. Okay, character rank ups.
The first 3 ranks available.
Hey, let's do Natsu.
Probably a safe bet.
Okay,
Assuming
you ate your own fire!
Someone will be stuck with most of the time. You're not supposed to be able to do that, Natsu.
Like, I get
You
it's
said that eating your own fire is just a disgusting idea.
I get it's a cool animation, but come on! God bless. Okay, so I need... Okay, that makes sense. So you need a certain number of fairy points to rank up the... Okay. I'm down for that. That's cool. Take another request. Where the hell did this one come from? There was nothing there.
What bonus did you get from doing that?
Let's see. Doesn't
Can you do it again?
doesn't look like I got anything. No, I need 30 fairy points. I have 2.
Oh,
Yeah, see up in the top right, that tells you how many fairy points you have, and then how many points you
it says
need
at the bottom, Fire Dragon Zenith raises critical by 30.
while awakened. So I'll need to learn how to use those. Let's see what. Okay, I got Magic Chain Enhance. Adds a new command to Magic Chain, enhances the power of finishers. That looks like everyone's first. And then each one gets a specific move.
Yeah, it's been. Alright.
Okay, this is legit plot armor. Look at this description. HP cannot be reduced below 1 when taking damage, while HP is at 30% or higher.
So it's basically the second chance of this.
Yeah.
series. Alright.
Lucy legit gets...
Needing nothing can one-shot you.
Lucy, at least.
重要組織を見つけ出す
It's actually a bit more fair than how Kingdom Hearts does it, because Kingdom Hearts does it at 1 HP.
俺もかませてもらう
So, if as long as you have MP, you can just cure yourself and not die.
Oh, we get...
する気か
I see wearing his Grand Magic Games outfit. I didn't tell him to do that.
7年前その組織を追ってたんだよ
何か因縁があるの
Okay, so now Gray's joining as a guest, and I guess it...
It has 2 versions of a Grand Magic Games outfit, which is kind of dumb.
One's without the shirt, isn't it?
No, the DLC one looks a little more official. And then his basic outfit's just a Grand Magic Games
や
outfit.
るよ
Okay,
This game costume choice is kind of weird.
that's questionable. Okay, so we're forced to have him as a member right now.
Actually, shouldn't Lucy be wearing a different outfit at this point in the anime as well?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Isn't that from the Tartarus arc?
I think she doesn't wear that till Tartarus.
Yeah, that's definitely the Tartarus one. What the hell? Smugglers are operating in town. Oh, now I can fast travel within the town. Okay, I'm still in tutorial mode. Okay, so I couldn't, but that's not...
That looked like you moved a lot faster than you were earlier.
Yeah, on my Xbox controller, it's the right button, so there is a dash button on the field.
I wasn't sure if you were running or if I was just skipping that many frames that you looked faster.
I'm skipping all the frame. Oh, wow. That wasn't even a loading screen. Jesus.
Suddenly the game's fast. Maybe that's why it takes so long to boot. It's loading the entire game all at once.
That might be it, actually. Suspicious person. No. You haven't seen any? Okay. Thank you. Okay, so it's trying to give us, like, examples of... Okay, someone wearing armor down...
You could make these NPCs, but they couldn't make Mako or Melody or a regular model for Elfman.
Okay, so we had to wait for Gray to be here to get someone to say, hey, we should go in anyway, this is our guild. I guess they only wrote the script for one character. Or for one type of interaction. Oh, does that mean that the party members you have equipped will have certain commentary sometimes? That could be fun.
Probably.
The girls' dorm.
Basically means everyone's playthrough is going to be different.
That's really nice. I appreciate that. Right, people don't remember Urza for some reason, too.
Like she'll be one of the hardest ones to forget just because of how intense she is.
Or Mira, considering how much she was in Sorcerer Weekly.
Forgetting a model from 7 years ago was something I can...
Fair! Oh god, what are they gonna do for the Grand Magic Games? I just realized. Oh no.
I mean, I've already seen, I don't know if they changed it, but at the time, Natsu never shoved Gajil in the cart. It's just a 2-on-2 battle played straight.
Boo!
You say that, but I'm just glad to see more Gajil.
Truth. Because on the one hand, it was an epic moment, but I knew you wouldn't have been happy. High Ground and Fairy Hills have been added. Okay, High Ground.
I joked that in the game that Gajil should shove Natsu in the cart, and they should fix that wrong there.
What if you got the choice to decide which one you wanted to play as for the 2v1? That'd be a cool thing to add, right?
I'm really hoping to see some original moves for Gajil in this, because Gajil's move pool is really small in the anime.
Okay, so it looks like exploring the area gives you more destinations you can add to the little fast travel menu.
One of his favorite attacks is sword, and his secret attack is bigger sword.
That's disappointing. Does he at least get to do the chainsaw thing? Or does he forget he can do that?
In the game, I'm talking about in the anime.
Yeah, you're right.
Cameron, they've barely showed off any of Gajil's moves in the game.
Remember when he...
I know next to nothing about how Gajil's going to play.
Remember when he turned his arms into pillars a lot and that was like his main thing?
He still does that as like basic attacks in the anime all the time. They used to play it up a lot more, like it was impressive. Now they don't draw attention to it when he does it.
Oh hey, the cathedral.
Like you remember this where he's fighting, where they're fighting Sting and Rogue. Gajil's extending his pauldrons out at them. But it's happening super fast with no attention drawn to it.
Why some strange dressed people passed through here and headed west? Why do we assume that that's the right people? Oh, because anime. Right? the one Royal Guard animation, but you know that sounds about right actually.
Even in the anime, there was just one Royal Guard design. So,
あいつで間違いない
They're the same generic Dark Wizards that we did, that we just beat up though.
思いっきりやってやれ
It sounded like Gray trailed off, so I feel bad for interrupting him. Oh! Look down there! It tells you here where the characters are focused too. So it looks like people are focused. Yeah! That's nice!
I thought you knew that was there already.
No, I didn't see that. I saw this, like, on these guys. I didn't notice it on the characters. Okay, let's see what... Oh, right! She reached for her whip, pulled out the Celestial Whip, and put it back where her actual whip is.
Nice.
God! Was it that much trouble to make it so she actually reached for the whip she had on her character model?
They should have not had a whip on her character model, just had the Celestial Whip. Then we wouldn't have had this problem.
Oh yeah, Lucy's weak to physical attacks.
Nice, make Juvia Hammer.
We don't need to talk about Juvia Hammer.
I will never forget Juvia Hammer.
We don't need to talk about Juvia Hammer.
Juvia Hammer is one of the best things I've ever seen.
暴れたんねえぞ
I just love that she had like a super derpy, happy smile while she had a giant hammer.
Please tell me that's the Unison raid.
It's basically a unison raid.
そう簡単に
Oh my god. I want them to add that to the game. I don't know if it's in it, but I want them to put it in there. It probably isn't, because Juvia Hammer is a really new thing.
Well,
I'll
yeah.
never see it again.
Okay, I don't think it is, but I'd love for it to be.
Interesting to see 100 Years Quest references. I would also like to see Wendy have a El Sarian outfit.
私たちが天狼島で消えた
Oh, okay. So is this just a thing they added for the game? Because I don't remember anything like this.
それでまた密輸に手をつ
Probably just extra missions they added so that you could start just doing side quests and stuff.
Yeah, get introduced to the characters and junk, because we just had one to introduce, hey, I'm Wendy, I can do the heals.
I expect one for Erza, and they'll probably stop once they introduce Erza and move forward a little bit now that I think about it.
Wait a minute. Like, the first big thing that we do is the Grand Magic Games. Why is one of the members of Team 1 DLC?
Until I can figure out.
I'll,
I'll figure it out eventually.
I'm assuming it'll just be a cutscene, or maybe they'll skip that scene entirely. I don't know.
I'm so thrown for a loop at how smooth that transition is.
調子いいみたいだね
Like,
男だね
okay, and you get, like, character bonds for completing guild requests as a team. That makes sense.
悪い
Autosave, or do you have to manually save?
これにて一見
I haven't checked yet. Okay, we get...
I bring this up because I've heard reports of this game being prone to crashing. And we've been going for a while.
Yeah, holy cow, it's been over an hour already? Why is that raising our rank so much? I don't get it.
Bottom, and all of a sudden, you're subpar, and subpar is a real improvement.
Deduct that. So, like,
へえ
I guess not, because I don't know.
Okay, so look, this is the thing I just figured out. Okay, so you can do freaking social links.
I told you that it basically is social. I wasn't lying to you.
God bless. Oh, is this how gonna teach us about the shop now?
I guess that's fair. I usually
Probably.
get one card though.
Talk to Lucy outside the guild. No, this is the social link tutorial.
Hold on a second here. If you only had one,
ルーシー
and I only had one,
Some food?
Food.
and she has those two. Oh.
So angry.
Wait, actually that's a fair point. What does Lucy spend all her money on if Fairy Hills is so much cheaper, but Lucy is so much more expensive, but Lucy's always struggling to make rent?
Couldn't afford Fairy Hills at all.
Look at that! How do you always run out of money?
You know who it is.
Oh, she pays for his property damage. That actually makes sense. How dare you make sense, game? That's illegal.
The thing here is that Fairy Tale usually makes sense, it's just people don't want to see the sense making.
Okay, I
So
wasn't.
they can try and poke holes in it that aren't there.
There's a little cutscene for after social links.
I'm down.
God.
Go ahead and go for the camera. This game is so gamey, but I'm down.
This game knows what it's about. Like,
It's not trying to be a Fairy Tale experience, it's trying to be a Fairy Tale game experience.
Okay.
It knows you wanted a game, so it's a game.
okay, it looks like I can save whenever. I haven't seen any signs or indication of an autosave.
Alright. Again, apparently the Steam version's prone to crashing, so
Of course it is.
stagger saves just in case.
I was delivering the posts in the Great Plains and bandits took everyone's mail. You have to go get it back. Ooh, I get another Wizard Lacryma for this. Okay, who's the tutorial character on this one?
So how many Fairy Tale books did you learn in that lesson? Do you have enough for another level up thing?
Oh, you know, that's a good question. I haven't checked.
大変なことになっているよう
Oh!
Yep, there's a.
私もどう
Yay!
We're gonna do this with all of the main group.
Mm-hmm.
出るほどの事件が
Wendy, Gray, Erza, that's everybody I can think of.
Yeah, that's
And they'll
the
probably
main
introduce
team.
The rest later. They'll probably move on from here.
Loxus and Mira Jane, like, a good amount of Fairy Tail Team 2 are actual characters in the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Urza is pure physical attacks, that makes sense. She really just grabs a sword and beats people with it. Okay, I have 20, so I can give 2 other people ranked up.
There's also Sting Rogue, Kagura, and Shelia. They're all playable.
Take my guess.
Okay, I gave Wendy hers. She's really not even holding Carla there, but I'll take it.
So what happened?
Because I feel like I'm going to add her to the team as much as possible. Because,
Stat buffs and debuffs are really good in RPG.
yes.
So, honestly, Wendy's going to be probably one of the most important characters on your team.
And I'm going to do Lucy too, because right now they're forcing us to have Natsu and Lucy in the party at all times, so it just makes sense.
I can see the game is probably going to end up forcing those two into the party a lot.
Well, yeah, they're the main characters. And I can't do any with Urza because she's technically not a member of the team yet. Because I have to do her character recruit mission first. Yay, we get to bring Urza.
敵は小規模ながら闇ギルドの連中だ
Once you recruit her, though, you'll probably be able to have her as your
ブランクが
on-screen avatar instead of Natsu.
エルザがいるから
Oh, see, that's cool.
なら手加減は
You're gonna,
Every playable character can be your on-screen avatar.
you're going to take the first chance you get to make it Gajeel, aren't you?
I told you this is going to turn into Gajeel Tale.
But Gajeel doesn't have a tail! Well, I mean, neither do fairies, I guess, but whatever.
Or do they? It's the everlasting question. That's everlasting attention.
Okay, well, we know they exist. So, yes, we've seen them in the show.
They might be there, but you never see an actual fairy.
I could have sworn we've legit seen them on screen in the anime.
I mean, there's the thing in the opening.
No,
Does that count?
well, if so, they totally ruined the whole mystery thing, like, as soon as the show came out, Oh, hey, new area! The Great Plains, because everywhere needs a field.
Thought in Fairy Tail Zero where you sort of see some wings and some giggling and it's implied to be a fairy, but you don't really see the whole thing.
Fair. Okay, this is a pretty cool area. I'm down.
Oh, is this all just an area you can walk through? Like, is this just a huge explorer?
Let's check the map as soon as it
Oh,
pops
there's
up.
some fences, okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be a gigantic area that you could walk through.
Okay, it looks like there's rubble right now, but look. On the little map, it looks like there's a huge area that I can just walk around.
Oh, there's a huge area around the corner though, yeah.
Okay, can I break these? Nope, I've gotta walk around them.
They'll either disappear with the story or you'll be given an ability to break them.
Okay, let's see if I can...
You actually hit it!
Oh, we get...
Speed up!
Okay,
Oh, no, We're
game.
not gonna make it. Let's speed up.
That was unnecessary. Lucy Kick should not be able to cause breaks. Like, I object strongly to this.
Who's a picture of a 50% chance of failing and falling on the ground?
Ursa, that was excessive. And like, I know that's your thing, but come on. I mean, that's everyone in Fairy Tail's thing, now I think about it. Scraw!
Alright.
Oh! That's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that. Wait, does that mean we have to break it in a fight? What? Okay. That's weird. Okay. We're being excessive for no reason.
I can't imagine walking around town with heavens and ears.
I have no idea. Okay, so if we defeat the enemy with excessive violence, we get to destroy the barriers?
Something Fairy Tail would do.
Okay, I'm down with that. It's a weird mechanic, but I'm okay.
I've never seen that in the game before, so it's something new.
It's not an Atelier Ryza thing?
No. This game plays... It's got a different combat system to Atelier Ryza.
Oh, hey.
Atelier Ryza has a bit of a active time battle thing going on. It's not true turn-based.
Okay, so now I know there's just treasure chests screwing around the game.
Of course, it's an RPG. Treasure chests are a given.
Okay, so either way I can only hit 2 of them. I wish I could, like, spin this around, you know?
Do you have another one that hooks in a different direction?
Scorpio can hit 2, but this 2 are weak to. Let's go for it. And Ursa just one-shots whatever she aims at, so we just need to make sure we kill everything else so that she can throw herself at that last thing. I mean, sounds like Ursa. Small bottled ether nano. Okay, I guess that's an MP restoring item.
Alright. Always good to have those.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I am so mad. You see how many I had
Oh,
Oh.
and I guess
Ursa. They stole Fairy Tail's laundry. That seems to be the implication here. Okay, so we have to beat the hell out of them as excessively as possible in order to destroy those.
only way Fairy Tail knows how, as successfully as possible.
Wait, what? That did it?
What? It didn't take much. Okay.
Okay, I was expecting
I didn't know
to.
Lucy's whip could set things on fire.
Well, how would Lucy know? She never uses the thing. Like, isn't the entire point of carrying it so she doesn't need to rely on her keys, but she still does anyway? I don't know what I was thinking, but apparently. So, yeah, I wish you could rotate these. It
Well, if
could,
you could rotate it, it would kind of break the combat in half.
I guess. I just feel
The
like
whole idea is you gotta pick moves that are either weak to it or hit as many as possible. But you got the strat. Kill two and leave one for Urza.
I mean, that seems to be just a good strategy in general, according to how Fairy Tail works, right?
I like the Urza's the only one of your group that can actually one-shot one of these enemies.
Oh, okay.
Delicious candy!
Head over to Lucy's house. Depending on how many you give him, you could get a reward.
I'm positive his name's supposed to be Nicola.
Well, why?
Super sure.
Yeah, it's Nicola. But for that matter, why isn't he just Plu?
Well, Plu is his nickname.
Why was he
I'll
okay?
call him Plu if he ever shows up in a cutscene. His name actually is Nicola. Nicola. Little math. Of course, Scorpio doesn't have one either.
At least Virgo does.
Like Virgo, Aquarius, probably Loki.
I still don't get why this take. Why does a single attack? I legitimately don't understand that and never will. But for some reason, attacks cost magic.
It only costs 1 MP though, right?
Yeah, only one, but
So the justification for it might be that they just it costs them using some of their own magic protection because they've made mention before that they have some sort of spiritual pressure system, sort of like Bleach going on, but they usually don't talk about it very much unless they're dealing with super powerful foes like the Dust.
well, isn't the thing? Oh, Urza just.
What?
She decided to hit more than one person this time.
I have to go get CJ.
One person was left for a hit.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that the AI is smart enough to not
It
waste
is that time.
MP.
Charles!
Yeah, they did a good job with the AI, I suppose.
Can you take garbage out, please?
郵便物は全部無事よ。
It's starting to overflow.
ベルトを揃ったえああ、あれか。中身は大丈夫？壊れてたりしない？
I think you're
問
fine.
題ない。
I think
幸
you
い
will.
壊れやすいものではないんだ。
They didn't even animate this, so we just get visual gags.
これは
No.
確かに下着だが決して可
Alright.
愛い。
Ugh.
それが
It feels weird hearing Urza justify herself like that. Like,
Like, you're not supposed to care. Unless it's Jalal. Jalal is the only time you're supposed to care.
I don't see a Jalal.
I don't see Jalal either. Like, she's the one who literally just dropped her towel in front of everybody and didn't give a damn.
Well, yeah, that was a thing that happened.
決戦 よし
Were you using some sort of skip through the battle feature there?
No.
Okay, you were just mashing really fast then, okay.
Yeah, I was just choosing to use basic attacks because... I'm sorry? That's a thing?
Is that Aquarius?
Besides Aquarius, that's a thing? Excuse me?
Very close to that. I'm confused.
Yeah, so am I. We gotta check this out, right?
I will investigate.
Can I punch it?
It's an enemy. Okay.
That's weird, right? Sirens. Okay, so I should have Lucy try to break them because Natsu's weak to water.
Supposed to be weak to wind. Fairy Tale logic says so. Wind's supposed to be the worst matchup for fire in Fairy Tale lore, not water.
I'm still just confused that these exist.
Well, again, they're probably at-layer enemies.
Fair. It's still strange.
Your expression change depending on the attack you're gonna use.
Natsu has...
Stays the same. Lucy's changes.
Natsu doesn't care what you use as long as you hit them.
Has the same intensity for everything.
I mean, sounds like Natsu, doesn't it? Okay, so those exist. I didn't know they exist. That's definitely an at-layer thing, right? It's got...
I think so. Wait, but those are definitely fairy tale things over there. They're
Well-
little elfmans.
Okay, that's cool. Look at that. It's showing us how strong the enemies are by showing an aura around them. I had to.
The aura. Do it.
Yo!
Yeah, there's a monster elfman can turn. Well, one of the monsters elfman can turn into.
They're just called the Beast.
I mean, that's what he calls it. I was expecting to see a bunch of like the monkeys from season 1 or something.
The Vulcans?
Yeah, I forgot what they were called. But yeah,
The things with the weird body swap magic.
yeah.
That they mentioned once and then I don't think none of them use again after that first one.
Oh, we've seen them a couple times. Erza destroys a whole village of them when she's trying to find strawberries for her cake.
Don't keep strawberries from Ursa's cake. Like, that's rule number 1. Okay, so this is just strange. Huh. Lucy really is just the fastest character we have, isn't she?
Pose. Oh, that looked cool. I liked that.
Yeah, it's a good looking attack. Like, that's definitely something to this game's credit. The
Yeah,
attacks...
look cool.
Uh-huh. Lucy's basic attack is just to slap it.
Oh, damn, the frames went away again.
Oh no!
I was enjoying it. I had my frames back.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, why isn't her basic attack the Lucy kick?
It should be.
Poison Lacrima. Wait, we're not dealing with the Irration Sace right now.
It either protects you from being poisoned, or it adds a chance of poisoning your enemy. Either way.
It really just drops us in front of the cathedral. Cool. Let's see, view item. What do we have? Revival remedy. Okay, that's good. That's good to have. Health and MP items. Ingredients to use for something. Candy for Plu. I will never not call him Plu. I refuse.
I mean, that's what everyone calls him.
Okay, it feels weird that you need to... Just, okay, what's that? Poison Acromite. 10% chance to hit poison. Enemy attacks, less likely to inflict poison. Okay, so it gives you poison and makes you slightly more resistant to being poisoned.
Poison Fire Dragon.
Poison Lightning Fire Dragon.
Oh, that's just excessive.
They've got to give us a tutorial on Awakening at some point, right?
Isn't Lightning Fire Dragon King
Oh no.
and Knuckles?
Huh. Now that I think about it. Oh, that's probably when we get Mira, when we get a tutorial on Awakening, right?
I don't know.
郵便物は
That makes sense.
よかった郵便物には高価なものやこの世に一つしかない思い出
Oh, is this where we
Mail
get...
order. That's not something I expected to learn today.
This is where we get the letter from her dad, isn't it?
届いた時の感動たらないわよね
Possibly.
自分で注文
Like,
して何が
that'd be a nice way to tie in, like, the plot stuff to the side quest that they're giving us.
私の
Why are you upset?
ハッピーには今度俺が魚を送ってやるよ
Send you some fish sometime.
Fish doesn't keep in the mail, though.
あんたたち同じ家に住んでるんでしょうが
Which we don't see, apparently.
If we don't see it, it doesn't exist. Okay, I liked that for Urza. That was nice.
I like that you get an added friend, as though they weren't your friend before this moment.
My god, we moved up like 20 ranks already. Oh, we doing a social link? Ah! It forced me to be Lucy.
Takana.
Wait, does that
Spelled wrong.
mean I have
To the
to
bottom.
It hasn't shown me how to change my lead character yet. So it just forced me to be Lucy now.
ありがとう
I'll probably give you that through tutorial at some point.
Do you think you need to be a specific character on the overworld to social link?
ちょっと大事な話
There might be something like that for certain combinations.
That'd be cool. Instead of you walking up to someone
I
at...
know one of the combinations is Natsu and Juvia. I was telling you about that earlier.
Yeah.
So in order to get that information, you would have to be Natsu and Juvia.
Yeah, but what if you walk up to someone as Natsu, but it's a social link with Lucy?
I don't know. Maybe it'll just tell you in order to do something, you need to come back as X character or something.
See, that'd be cool. Okay, we're getting Tenro
Okay, they're
flashbacks.
showing us some Tenro stuff. All right.
That's good. Is Kana a character in
Oh, I
this?
guess. Yeah. I think I heard something about her being a guest character,
父親を探して
but not a playable one.
Oh, we get to see the moment where Gildarts goes full dad mode, don't we?
お前の親父さんはフェアリーテイルにいたのか
I am excited.
Guild Dad. Dad Arts.
ギルダーツなんだ いろいろあってずっと言えなかったんだけど
You legit just didn't say it. Like, don't blame it on anything else. You just chose not to say it for like, what, 15 years?
受け入れがたいよね
Like, I get the man does century quests, but come on.
いやいやいや髪の色が違う
God bless.
Seeing which one woman it came from. She came from.
Yeah.
よっさん俺が作ってんだよ
Apparently the answer to that is yes.
All of them.
分かったシルビアだなそっくりだぜ性別とか
ああもう
Wait, how did she not know he was a playboy?
She knows he's a playboy. It's the phrase like I can't believe this. Like it's exasperation.
私が言いたかった
Yeah, but it feels like this is a shock to her.
家族になろうとか
No, it's exasperation. That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
今まで通りで構わん
She used the Japanese phrase. Ah man.
Hug.
Like I'm used to that phrase.
子だ間違いね
What if he'd said the wrong one right there?
えなんで今まで黙ってたんだ
言い出しづらかったんだ
Oh, that's weird. They actually made it a bit widescreen for this.
コーネリアは俺が唯一愛した女だ
Not widescreen before.
コーネリア仕事ばかりの俺に愛
I think there used to be a bit more around the top and bottom.
わざとバレないようにしてても
Look when it ends. I don't
Yeah.
pay attention to there being a border.
娘
It's not something I was really paying attention to.
そういうつもりで話したんじゃないんだ
See, you say that, but he's going to be dad arts from here on in. Like, you
Oh
don't get
yeah, he becomes the overprotective papa. It's great.
you don't get a choice in the matter, Kana.
お父さん
All because your name's spelled wrong.
かなもう寂しい思いはさ
I
せ
can't get over how close that the tear texture is just following the contours of his face.
I appreciate that. I was expecting like the tear lines and that's it. But I appreciate that. That
It's
is
better than tear lines, but it looks really weird.
yeah.
はちょっとうざいかな
だから
Cause it's like they're just moving a texture on his face.
Yeah,
Like a
but still following like the 3D model instead of just being slid
it's
from
a,
point A
it's a
to point
fully
B.
animated texture, so it's better than a lot of other things I've seen would have done.
Good for you, game. You're doing a decent.
帰ったら久しぶりに会ってみようかな
Oof. The flashback reminded her of this, and now she's gonna get the letter. Okay, now, right? Or something. She ended up walking around back to her house.
ギルドの借金は
She's upset right now, but her character portrait's still smiling.
This
That's
is
what bugs me so much.
以上に長いんだな
at least the character portrait isn't blinking and stuff like I got thrown off by in Persona 4
私
I didn't even notice that in Persona 4.
until I pointed it out.
And even then, I can still ignore it pretty easily.
ジュード・ハートフィリアという人を探して
Like I knew the portrait blinked. It was that they were blinking. They weren't blinking at the same time as as the model on
ジュー
screen.
ド
It
さ
was
んは
weird.
1月前に亡くなられました
Oh yeah, that was actually like a really interesting thing. Lucy's just not on the team at the moment. Do I need to go find her now?
It'll tell you.
Yep. Lucy has temporarily left the team. Well crap, we need to fix that. She's one of the main characters. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Like, I wasn't expecting to rank up that much. I have 30 now. I can rank up Natsu to get Fire Dragon Zenith if I wanted.
Okay, do what you want.
And I think I'll save it because I still have no idea how to awaken. There's the depressed Lucy. I actually really appreciated this moment in the anime, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just the way Lucy really didn't know how to react and feel.
ちょっとお父さんのことを驚いちゃって2ヶ月前おや違うかもう7年経ってるんだった
It
ね
made sense. It was an interesting way of handling
今
that.
のお父さん私小さい頃からずっとお父さんにその上ファントムの件もあったしね
Oh, hey, they actually mentioned that.
ルーシーがさらわれたでもアカリファの事件があってこれから私とお父さんとの関係が変わりそうな気がしてた過労で体を壊しちゃうなんてあの人らしいななんでだろう楽しいのに
それは違うぜうまく言えねえけど涙が出るとか出ねえ
Yeah?
とかそんな
ありがとう本当私は意外と大丈夫だから
Yeah, legit, she's more broken up about breaking a key than she is about her dad being dead.
It was a key that let her.
I know what the key's for, I'm just saying.
She was closer to Aquarius than she was to her father. So
Which is hilarious because every single time we see them interact, it's Aquarius bullying Lucy.
Yeah, but it's more attention than she got from her father.
Legit. My god, it's Nanako syndrome.
私の誕生日
Nana.
From P4. Remember she like social linked with us immediately
Oh.
because we hung out with her that one
That's the
time.
Okay. I put 2 and 4 together to make 6.
Excellent. See, I used 3 and 3, so that's where we got our wires crossed.
私も大好きだよ。
Can we appreciate the fact that she had just enough money from her dad to pay for the rent? Like, what if he'd sent 6 instead?
ありがとう。
Oh, now we can use Lucy's house.
I believe her house is where you can change your costumes.
Right. Let's take a look. Oh, hey, look, now we're getting a tutorial about it.
So yes, you're actively encouraged to barge into her house just so you can switch costumes.
We can do the following in Lucy's house. Nikora. Give the celestial spirit Nikora, also known as Plu, some candy. Give him enough, he might give you
There
a
you go,
present.
Cameron. They called him Blue.
Good. View the gallery, change your character's costumes. Wait, Plu was just here? Okay, so according to the game, Plu was just sitting around here for 7 years.
I guess Blue has enough power to open its own gate?
I mean, he's a dog, so who knows?
Or is he a bug?
ほー。
So we bribe him and he hands us Lucy's diary? Is that what I'm hearing here?
Yeah.
Oh, is this gonna give us flashbacks? That'd be cool, right? Oh my god, the achievement down there is spazzing the hell out. Like, that's not just the stream.
That's not the stream, that's you?
Yeah, that's actively happening as I'm witnessing it.
It looks like you're getting 100 achievements a second. It's like ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. You didn't know this was one of those games that gives you an achievement for doing everything. So that you can have a super high gamer score.
えーっと
Oh, is this going to be the tutorial for fixing up the guild now?
Oh, I hope so. That's one of the things I'm most excited for. It just sounds like a super fun thing to do.
It seems like a really nice concept. I like it. Oh, or are these like guild missions where you do things for the guild itself? Guild rank goals. Goals issued at each guild rank, complete all the entries and you get a reward. Guild rank goals can be viewed in the story section.
よし。
Okay. Really, that's all we needed to do for the 7-year gap?
ありがとう。
Puzzle piece?
Oh! Okay. So they're the different sections of the chapter. So I just did episode 1 of chapter 1, and now this is episode 2 of chapter 1, and then the puzzle piece is complete, and that's where the chapter's done. Okay, I'm with it. It says talk to everyone, but it looks like it only wants me to talk to a few people. Okay, so guild rank goals. Complete D rank requests, community service requests, and raise bonds. Okay, so we legit get rewards outside of the social links for social linking.
Alright.
Okay,
Like, I'm really down with these systems.
item shop. I'm with it. How to upgrade guild facilities. You'll need jewels. Get jewels by selling materials or rewards. Special materials to upgrade everything. The leader will tell you where to find them. Do your best to get the guild back. Okay.
So it's literally just pump money into your guild to make the guild look nicer.
Well, and also items. Like, would she say, no, now...
Which is to sell items to get jewels.
I think
That's how I read it.
how the lab works. Okay, so we can synthesize Lacrima.
Alright, so that's basically the synthesis stuff, like what Atelier does.
I thought that was called
It
alchemy.
won't be that complex though.
Request board. Okay, so these are the first 3 facilities we have. The request board, the item shop, and the lab. Okay.
そうね
Now I can upgrade facilities to the guild ledger. Okay, so I was just ahead of myself. You can upgrade them from the ledger. The benefits you receive from facilities will grow every time you upgrade them. Upgrading facility will require jewels. Sometimes you need to progress to a certain point in the story in order to upgrade facilities. So you can't just grind out completing the guild before you get to the magic games, Andrew.
I mean, that makes sense, but you could...
Oh, now I can change avatar. You can set the character you control in avatar settings. You can also use left trigger or right trigger while you're in the field. Guest members cannot be controlled.
Makes sense. So...
Oh, look at that!
A party of 3?
Yeah, look at that. They actively swap positions. That's cool. And for some reason, Carla vanishes if we take Wendy.
Because Carla always goes with Wendy's, so...
Yeah, that makes
Honestly,
sense.
Carla probably counts as part of Wendy.
True. Okay, upgrade the facilities. The item shop. 500 jewel.
よし
リサーナ
I guess she had a box in her hand that didn't bother animating.
Every time you upgrade something, too. That's nice.
I appreciate that.
Or at least the first time you upgrade something. I don't know if we'll do it for upgrade 2. I'm gonna get ahead of myself.
ありがとう
You'll need this to upgrade next. Beasts have them.
Alright, so
Okay.
there's gonna be some item finding in order to do your upgrades. Alright.
Makes sense.
Nothing that going to Google and saying, hey, where can I find X item can't
Well, it
help you.
also said, like, for that specific item that Lizana needs, we need to beat the mini elfmans around the forest.
Alright?
Which just feels too appropriate.
That's just assuming that she reminds you anytime you go, because you might upgrade something,
Mhm.
and then you might not come back for a long time. You could easily forget.
Come on,
you're
we're
supposed to
close.
get it.
Okay.
そうね
Okay, so... Planks. You can get them in you can just pick those up. Cool. What does Levy need? Hey, they actually remembered that she calls her Lulu. I thought for sure they'd screwed that up. Seems like something just small enough they would, right?
I mean, they had some overseeing by Hiro Mashima himself to make sure that they didn't mess up some basic things like that.
Like character names? Kana?
Well, her Japanese spelling's probably fine. Hiro doesn't speak English, so he probably wouldn't know they misspelled Kana.
Okay.
Like I said, it looked like it looked like instead of using her official English translation, they just retranslated it from Japanese. That's how we got a whole bunch of people thinking Melody's name is Meredy.
Okay, so along. Hey,
It drives me nuts when people call Melody Meredy, or when they call Cool Tier Tier.
Oh, okay. Community service is side quests. Which includes little items, so you need to choose whether you want to save those items or if you want to sell them for jewel. That's interesting. Oh, look, it tells you where the crafting stuff is on the map.
よいしょっと
That's convenient. No,
Specific ones are, or just where spawn points are?
specific ones. Like, that's one I specifically
That's
needed.
really good, then.
It might just be because it's the quest for now, but still.
Scaffolding so grandma can see CJ, so no one else will park there, and then like, if you work tomorrow.
No problem, crazy lady.
Camera dad or someone pick you up and bring you home or something and figure it out because
Okay. Yeah, we've got those. These feel like just something I do if I see I have the stuff on me, compared to being like, oh, you know what, I'll keep an eye out for those. You know? Okay. And here's one of the other upgrade materials.
Do you do this in Atelier too? Just go running around picking up items.
Sounds like a game I'd like.
It is just an Atelier game with a fairy tale skin.
Like, I'm appreciating the game's mechanic. Oh, look at that! It even tells you what area it's in. Wow.
Oh, nice. The achievement's still bugging out.
Yes, it certainly is. These quality of life things are something I really appreciate.
Oh yeah, this... It makes some weird decisions in the presentation side, but as a game, it's amazing.
Yeah. It just does some weird things otherwise. Why can Wendy roar but not Sue? Like, wait, actually, they can both roar, but why does hers do that? But, I'm getting confused by mechanics.
Why is Natsu's roar a wide attack, not a straightforward attack? That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. That's exactly it.
The breath attack is supposed to be range-based, so it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, isn't the entire thing about the breath attacks being that they can hit people from a distance with those?
Right. The breath attacks are a lot of the time just, they're very concentrated fire.
Oh, hey, cool.
Oh, I know this place. Okay. Where the old lady lives.
Think I can go in and meet her?
Maybe? You can find
Nope.
Porlishka's house, maybe you can actually find Natsu's house.
Nope.
No, it's just,
It's just
probably
aesthetic.
because they'll need it for an event or something, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's Warren's house, isn't it?
I thought it was Porlishka's house.
Crap, you're right. Which is it? I don't remember. It feels like Warren's house.
Warren live a lot further away.
Maybe, but there's the table from, like, that whole scene outside of Warren's house. I feel like Porliuska's is in the denser part of the forest. Like, maybe he lives deeper in, but she lives in... I don't even know. Oh, hey, more candy for Plu. Why do I even have prunes? You know what? Whatever, just take it. Hey, Flame Lacrima. Actually, that's a good thing to wonder. Will that just up his fire damage? Let's see. 10% chance to inflict burn. Enemy attacks less likely to inflict burn. So I can make Natsu freeze stuff.
It's kind of weird that you can put any Lacrima on any character.
Yeah, you'd think there'd be some character-specific Lacrima, right?
Yeah, like at least element-specific.
Okay, I haven't given Wendy one. What do you got? What?
I mean, it would, but it's also like...
Oh! Okay, that's from... Alright. That's all... It threw me for a loop that I have those.
What?
Grade 5 Diligence Lacrima that increase EXP gained when defeating a monster by 20%. Wait, can I stick that on everyone right now?
Probably.
It feels like the buttons are kind of weird. It was something to get used to.
RPG, how do you navigate their menus a little different, so...
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe I'm just used to other RPGs and how they do things. Okay, so now all of our characters will gain a crap ton more EXP during battle.
Nice.
I didn't even get an opportunity to punch him. I feel upset and betrayed. Okay, see, look, Lucy can hit both of these, but that resists. Or I'll just let her use Scorpio. Oh, that does the whole team? You really just get that straight up, don't you? Wow.
Arms. So I'll bet she'll get Vernier next. Oh, Wendy's going to be an invaluable party member. How many turns? Does it say how many turns that lasts?
I didn't see. It might say. It just says up.
Maybe it's just.
Oh, remaining turns. 3 turns.
3 turns. All right. What is Persona logic?
Well, I mean,
Last 3 turns.
why wouldn't it follow Persona logic? It seems to know what it's doing. I'm still betrayed by the fact that only some of her freaking... God.
Bugs me a little. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, if I were you, I'd have just taken out the one that still had health. Oh, I forgot they were weak to fire.
Yeah. Hey, don't punch
It's
Wendy.
really weird that rocks are weak to fire.
It makes sense that they're resistant to physical attacks. I will still fight and say everything should be resistant to Lucy Kick.
If anything, I'd say they should be weak to water, or I guess ice, according to this game's logic. Apparently ice is water. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
They're 2 different element types, and Gray will insist upon it. Oh hey, Swordhorn. Ooh, forces enemies to retreat a row. Okay, so I can kind of...
That's cool. I didn't know you could force them to change their positions.
That's awesome. Oh hey, armor.
I'm really enjoying this combat system.
I'm loving this. Okay, so I can completely alter where the enemies are at eventually.
So if you had a spell you wanted to use on a whole bunch of people, but somebody was in the wrong position, you
I
could
can-
knock them back a row.
Yeah, I can arrange them for it. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay. I was really expecting this to just be bare bones RPG the game, you know?
They've thrown a lot of flair into the RPG itself, which I'm glad.
Like, this isn't just a Fairy Tail RPG, this is an RPG that's Fairy Tail. Oh, he hammered Lucy. That feels appropriate. Okay, so Lucy has a targeted heal, and for some reason that's Plu.
Yeah. I mean, what else would you use Plu for?
A distraction attack that causes...
Distraction! I suppose you could have, like, you put Plu on the field and it confuses the enemies for a turn?
Regular pots. Exactly what we needed. Alright. We have all the stuff now.
Cool. The oven is hot, but hot oven on sunburn? Ooh.
Still only have a team of 3? Is it? It's not letting you have more?
I'm good.
Not at the top. Not at the moment. Which is weird, but whatever. I imagine I'll get that as time goes on.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we're just doing requests that are too poor right now. And once we start doing more expensive... Wait, that actually gave us skill points? Actually, that makes sense, because we have a working lab now. Right? I mean, hey, the game's already...
Wait for midnight.
The game's already doing better than the anime and giving Lizana something to do.
I mean, yeah. She gets to fight every now and then, but her fights are never very impressive.
They're not exactly the focus.
Poor Mira Jane gets stiffed on all her fights too, because they start to look impressive, but they're always short.
Yeah. Holy cow! We really boosted through the ranks just by building things.
の借金ってどうなったんだろう。
What happened with the guild? No, that happened off screen! That's no fair. These are both playable characters. I'm upset. I'm actively upset they didn't use this to add, like, Lizana, you know?
私たちその分すべて
God.
私たちがあなたたちに返さねばならなくなりますね。
7年間ガキどもが受けた苦しみ。おい小僧、戦争ってことでいいんだな。
So this speaks war, right? They don't. The other guild doesn't even get models.
っていうことがあったのよ。
I mean, they deserve it, but... Like, I would have been fine with them being the generic Dark Guild models if we had gotten to play it, you know? Oh, actually, that makes sense. I just realized. It makes perfect sense. Because, Mirjane and Urza are both still out of shape from Tenro for some reason. So, it looked like it was just Makarov this time.
Never go here because that one's fun. So like, each round,
4代目フェアリーテールマスターとはな。
I was talking to Macau.
こんなの代行みてえなもんだよ。今では返してもらおうかの。次のマスターはすでに決めてある。5代目フェアリーテールマスター。ギルダーツ・クライム。
I forgot about this whole thing.
He's not there.
ギルダーツはどうした？
Where'd he go?
Left a letter.
But you have to pay the tax.
マスター。それにギルドのみんな
Wait, he knew that this was the plan? And he just
はしばらく
decided to
That was
run.
the plan in the original too. So.
Yeah.
I'll go first. So I'm just gonna stand the one.
それまで元気だな。フェアリーテイルは俺の家だ。その時までにフェアリーテイルがまたフィオーレ1のギルドになってることを願う。だが、それは俺の役目じゃねえ。
Not my job.
マスター。
He didn't even take a quest or anything. He just left.
Show though, because he accepted it only to change some things and then gave it back.
誰にもマスターの座は譲らんぞ。
Like we skipped the whole Makarov is the third and the fifth master of Fairy Tail.
3rd and 6th.
Oh, third, he's the third, sixth, and eighth master of Fairy Tail by the end of the show.
私たち
It's great.
一の夢を託して旅に出ちゃったのよね。
Told us to become the top guild and left. Best in Fiore. Do you think I can take multiple requests from the board at once and just do all of them at once?
Why is the color so weird all of a sudden?
I think I see what you're saying, but it still looks up. Is this supposed to be evening? Is that what this is supposed to be?
Oh, I looked away for a minute and I looked back and the color changed.
Dude!
Like I blinked when it changed.
十分だ。それまでに鍛え直して
Okay, so now we got told about the Grand Magic Games.
できないことはない。
Alright, things are progressing. So now you need to, now it should be setting up for having you train before the game.
祭りといえば男だ。
Hey, Buffman, you're not supposed to be like that yet. Go get that Munham.
チームフェアリー
I mean, legit, we need the money and the, like, the Grand Magic Games really was a convenient time, wasn't it?
Yep.
Like, the Fairy Tail Guild needs the money, it needs the clout.
そうとなればじっとしてられねえ。修行だ。
Like, can you imagine if they had to wait a year for the Grand Magic Games?
出かけるってどこへよ。
Like, if, oh, they just
They have
happened.
like the party where they take away their time they had for training.
Yes!
それでどこへ行くの？
Come on.
Back our time!
修行。ギルドの皆で行くとなれば、それは合宿
I don't remember. Oh, look!
といえば、
I didn't even realize they had that. For some reason, I didn't realize there was a message log. Raise our rank before the training camp. Character stories. Talking to a character with a star over their head will begin their character story. Completion of a character story will raise the limit on that character's rank. Characters that are not yet a friend or party member may become one. Abandon a character story after accepting it by talking to the character.
So this you can recruit everyone else.
Excellent. Alright, that seems like the strat for now, right?
Are you just gonna go around recruiting people then? Juvia's available, that's nice.
It's going to force me to play as Gray, isn't it? Yep. No, I just automatically switched to Gray. So I guess that answers our question about social links, right?
Give in, Gray. You've got a woman literally falling for you.
Okay, let's do it, why not? He's just like, help me. Oh yeah, wasn't there that whole thing during the Grand Magic Games where, like, it seemed like something was about to give, but then nothing happened?
It's a lot with Gray. He still can't admit to her that he likes her. Like, in 100 Years Quest, Erza pulled him to the side. It's like, okay, it's enough of this. You really need to talk to her.
Like she did during the Grand Magic Games. She's got a deeper voice in English. I don't know how to feel about the lighter one.
I feel about her deep voice.
Alright. Ah, they've got the same weakness. Like, that makes sense. Because they have the same element.
Both ice wizards, apparently.
God. I'm annoyed by that, actually. Oh, hey, look.
There's no water element.
No, there isn't.
Ugh.
What's even happening right now? Lucky Lacrima. Does that raise the character's luck? Yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
Curious to see what element it gives to Gajil. Is he usually be like all physical or something?
Like Urza? That feels limiting, you know? Like,
I mean, if he's all physical, that might mean that he wouldn't likely have very many. He wouldn't likely be able to hit weaknesses, but he would probably be able to hit anything.
yeah, you know, that's fair. No, some enemies are weak to physical, like the thing I tried to Lucy kick, the golems.
Sometimes things are weak to physical, but like I said, very likely.
Fair. Do I have an inventory cap? It feels like it would tell me. So I'm not gonna worry about it.
He's one of the only characters I can think of who should be able to hit multiple elements. Because she has lightning armor, she has fire armor, she has
Well,
water armor. Because, you know, there's supposed to be water element.
okay, these things are probably weak to ice, actually. No, what? Really? The rock is resistant to water?
Like that, it should be weak to water, resistant to fire.
Oh, hey, look, we also get Ice Make Shield. That's nice.
Ah, some defensive magic, that's good. I wonder if it's only defense on him or defense in the party.
Jesus. Okay. Juvia's a good character. Wait, was that knockback? Alright. Ow. Rude. Okay, well... Right, he was just physical, too, so... Why did we take this... Oh, hey! Look at that! This is nice! Poison, take damage based on remaining HP.
Paralysis.
Take damage based on remaining HP. We'll go later in the turn order. HP cannot be recovered. Only able to defend. Occasionally unable to act. Ah, crap, we're both paralyzed.
楽勝だぜ。
This is kind of odd. Like, those things are the targets, but why did Juvia pick one that we're weak against? Like, I get she's not very smart, but come on. Do I have those? I do. Alright. I like how I already delivered that kind of object, so the quest thing says again.
It's kind of late to ask, but was there ever any kind of difficulty select?
I think there's easy, medium, hard. I'm on...
I don't remember ever... Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I'm on...
More right now.
Yeah. That's how I tend to play games unless I played them before.
Yeah.
Why did she choose the rocks? I get the siren because we're neutral against that, but why did she choose the rocks that we're resisted by? Come on.
They're swimming through the air.
Gray just hit me with the Yara Yara.
Weird.
I'm upset by that. Okay, so that does do knockback. That's useful to know. Oh my god.
To each other so we can hit both of them. It is kind of weird that the enemies work on a grid system, but your team does not.
Well, nothing's actually used a knockback ability on us, so I guess we wouldn't know. Right?
But when Wendy had her arms moved, it only went in a line. Like it didn't look like you could move it backwards or forwards.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh crap! She raised that thing's attack.
Curse.
She can't restore HP now. Like, this has got to...
Hammer?
It feels like I need to use that to actually do anything now. Yeah, I'm upset. I had to actually waste this because frickin' Juvia can't bother to take on a request that we're both good at. Instead, it's something we're crap at.
Back in time again.
Oh god, again? Hit you with that?
Yeah.
Okay, do I have... What's my health at? Ugh, gross. And I couldn't even bring Wendy to do healing. That's obnoxious. Like, I hope Gray gets annoyed at her. Like, you idiot! You know? Like, she deserves it.
So that's your defense. Yeah, I thought shield might actually, like, for one turn,
Oh,
shield in front of you or something.
yeah, that would have made sense, huh?
Cool attack.
But no, they just made it, like, boost spell like what Wendy does.
Suppose that works. Not quite as thematic as what I was thinking of.
Oh, that was a crit. Okay, so critical hits can happen. We know that now. Look at that! The AI knew not to waste its MP, so just did a normal attack.
It's nice that the AI is smart enough.
I'm in legitimate disbelief. Wasn't too difficult. I had to waste healing items. Is he gonna tell her to shut up? Oh.
グレイ様危ない。
モンスターがまだ残ってやがったのか。
Because you got annoyed so you weren't paying attention to your surroundings.
お怪我はありませんでしたか？こことかこことか。
ベタベタ触るな。安心しろ。
I appreciate that Juvia is somehow endearing in her, like, obsession thing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's hard to pull off.
なら誰も見てませんから。ここにはグレイ様とジュビア。
余計にダメだ。帰るぞ早く。
待ってくださいグレイ様。
Like, they pulled it off really well with Juvia's character.
Yep.
Okay, return to the base. It's gonna...
グレイ様。
行き先は。
Okay, so, members in the party do have occasional comments.
さて次は。
That really is something to like, you know?
Yeah.
できたか。
Okay, so now we have Juvia unlocked. In theory.
資料じゃなかった。そりゃまずいだろ。
そうですか。残念です。
I mean, it's your own fault for living there. If you can rent a house for cheaper, then... Right?
そんな。ジュビアは。
Like,
様が無事なの。
that automatically gets rid of one of Gray's many, many excuses. You need to wear those things down over time, Juvia.
お前がいてくれてよかった。
それは。
Oh my god.
お前がいなきゃダメだっていう。一生一緒にいてくれっていう。
そうは言ってねえよ。
ジュビアも一生グレイ様についていきます。
Yeah, she just forgets what he's saying sometimes and imagines it because she likes it better. See, that one was pretty boring. I was expecting it to, like, emphasize that she was made of water or something.
It'd be hard to animate.
True. Okay, so now remember what my usual team is. Get your strength up before the training camp. Okay. What kind of requests we got? Repeatable requests that require monsters in a certain area to be defeated. Okay. So there's specific quests, and there's requests that happen a lot.
Nice, nice.
Okay. I like that a lot. Flutterers, golems.
I like that they actually have the request board too. They're using that instead of just having a menu.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. I guess I should see how this works.
It's like Lucy has a star over her head. Does that mean that she's ready to have another level up?
For the
character
social
thing?
link, I think. Okay. Yeah, this is just synthesis. Cool.
As required by the RPG gods, all RPGs must have synthesis in it.
Mm-hmm.
ルーちゃんどうしたの？レビー
Wait, does that mean they're gonna add social links for the DLC characters?
I certainly hope so.
すぐ出版された本があららなんてよこれなんだけどあこれなら本当
They didn't even give the book a name.
Look,
Lucy has a character quest now to go look for a book.
okay.
I mean, let's go for it. Why not? I mean, I see... Oh, is that another... Wow. Things just show up now, don't they? I need to keep an eye on the maps. Pretty convenient. Okay, so this is the guy who might have the book. Yep.
なんだい。
この本いくらですか？
おうあんたフェアリーテイルの魔導士かよ。そしたら
See,
靴を買うっていうなら20
Jesus.
20万はそんなに出
You're a merchant! At least they have the, like, gall to acknowledge fetch quests can be stupid. Like, I appreciate that.
Alright.
Like, if it was just a fetch quest and they hadn't acknowledged it... A Flutterer's Rainbow Feather. Okay, that means I need to fight Flutterers. AKA the birds from the Great Plains.
Flutterers.
Flutterers. Oh! There's day-night cycles? There's day-night cycles!
Day and night cycles, and the quality does not like the night. Things got really pixelated on my end.
Okay, so excessive damage means we get that, but I don't think I have enough. I don't think I have any way to get that amount of damage done.
Wait, armor is just called armor? It's not called veneer? The spells are supposed to be arms and veneer.
Maybe as a stronger version? Okay, you know what? Let's see if I can manage to get... No, I won't be able to. I was hoping I'd be able to... Okay, good. Let's see if I can break that rock. The answer is no. I mean, I doubted it. I think it was like 30,000 I needed instead of 3,000, so I guess that tells you how nuts things get, huh?
Yes.
The rainbow
Interesting
feather.
way of gating progression.
Like, I appreciate that. Yeah, look at that. 30,000 damage. Still can only use... Okay, I can still only use 3 characters, so that's something that's going to be changing eventually. You said all the music in the game's original?
I've never heard any of these tracks before, outside of trailers.
Okay, they're doing a pretty good job with, like, songs that sound like Fairy Tail.
Well, yeah, it really fits the fairy tale vibe. Like, I couldn't think of a better track for Magnolia.
Why did it say all the stuff if there's just one thing? Okay, so we just watched Lucy get scammed. Like, that's what happened here. Right, okay, so these up rank limits. That's the whole gimmick. Okay.
I like that Natsu yells about it to announce that he's home.
That's a really nice touch.
I'm here, guys!
Yeah, so because I've done...
Everyone has different things they say when they come through, too.
Let's try it! Oh, that's nice! Oh, that's so nice! Oh, and you can only see the if the character has a quest if they're not you. That's cool.
There's a quest for Natsu.
Yeah. Oh god. He's hallucinating again, isn't he? Yep. Please tell me we have to fight the mermaids. Please tell me we have to fight the mermaids to get them fish.
Fight the mermaids to get fish.
Come on. Come on, do it. Do it to us. Let us do it. Come on. Wait, just Natsu? Okay, this could be a problem. Wait, it says to just go food shopping. I thought it was gonna have a...
So shopping for food is character growth for Natsu?
Well, at least he's not... At least he's not just sitting around complaining about it until someone gives him
Is that yours
food.
over there with Star over there? No, it wasn't. Okay, I saw him out of the corner of my eye and he was blurry.
It looks like if I start a character story, I won't be able to start another one
Oh, yeah,
unless
the
I...
winged fish.
な、なにしまった気合を入れすぎちまった
元気出して。
ハッピー伊賀の
At least they showed us the fish. Like, they didn't need to do that. I mean, I guess...
They probably made that fish model specifically for Happy because of how often Happy's holding fish.
True. Okay.
Like, I fully expect to see that fish model a bunch more.
I appreciate that every character has a I'm home thing, you know?
Well, what's Wendy's?
Let's see.
Oh, okay. That's nice that they all have like a little quote and I'll say.
I love that so
What's there
much.
subtitles for them though, because I only know a few Japanese phrases and I don't know Wendy's phrase. She said.
Alright, I guess let's do these missions. Can I accept all of them? That'd be nice. Oh, what? Okay.
Do you accept?
It looks like we're using the strongest team minus Lucy, I guess. Minus Wendy, I mean.
Oh, it has the specific. So there's required members, so it forces you to use the whole team. I was wondering how the game was going to make me play as every character in the game.
Okay. The thing is, they both have some dumb logic.
またお前らか。
Are they gonna do the animation? No. You know, of Natsu and Gray hugging?
Oh,
I.
that'd be great though. They could do the remember the season 1 thing where they were like, Erza would look away and they were fighting.
Yes.
And look back and they were like jumping up and down, holding each other.
That might cost a lot to animate. Oh, look at that! It even shows on the screen which ones were accepted. Like, look at that.
So which ones you've already done, even though you can do them again? That's nice.
Yeah. Let's see. Great Plains. I guess I'm not heading there yet, so...
It's nice that it makes you play as all the characters, but it's also kind of weird that it limits you so much that you have to use these specific groups.
Well, we're also still doing, like, character stuff.
Well,
I
I'm
guess...
assuming they're going to keep having specific groups the entire game.
Depending on the quest, I suppose.
Hopefully there will be a few of them that they won't require you to. Because one of the big selling points is you can make your own guild party.
Wait, why was Lucy here, but she's not part of our team? That's weird.
Was that the one you plan to be running around as most of the time?
I mean, if I have her, probably.
I noticed you switched to her almost immediately, so that's why I asked.
Oh, good, she attacks with her sword.
As opposed to punching like everyone else has been.
Yeah.
Mostly kind of weird seeing Gray punch.
Gray knows how to punch. Like, that's a revelation.
I mean, anytime it's been implied that he's throwing punches, it's usually just in part of a dust cloud.
These are strong wolves. Good thing.
One MP for attacks isn't going to matter because you haven't come anywhere near running out of MP yet.
It looks like it restores every time we stop by the guild, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna give... I think I've got one more of those Lacrima, so I'm gonna give that to Urza real quick.
So she can start. Did you give one to Gray yet?
Yeah, Gray's got one. Yep, that's the last one. I only have 5 of them, so I actually need to swap out when I'm at the guild if I know who I'm taking with me.
Alright. Sounds like a plan.
やれやれお出ましか
Are we under-leveled for this?
I don't know.
The wolves are at the same level we are. Oh, look at that! It changes attack to the character that just recently hit it. So, you can aggro certain enemies.
Ooh.
Like, now it'll be focused on Natsu because he punched it.
Might be dangerous because Natsu's health is really low. Be midnight already. This looks so fun. I want to play.
Play? Oh god. Looks like I might need to make a trip back. Wait, Urza has how much health? Okay, Urza's the tank. Makes sense that she's wearing... Yeah, that makes sense. She's wearing armor.
Gray and Natsu seem to have basically the same role.
Looks like
Gray
it.
can at least add defense to people, though. At least himself.
No, he can add it to anyone.
Alright, that's good.
He just sticks an Ice Mix shield in front of them. Wait,
So you just had...
the animation still puts it in front of him. Dumb game.
Do it to prove to me that it's a thing.
Well, for some reason I thought Natsu was at the lowest health, but that's actually Gray now. Okay, there's only one more wolf, and I can just use the ultimate fairy attack, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. Oh, if I don't hit finisher in time, is that almost QTE-ish? Huh.
Maybe?
I don't want to experiment with that, because that sounds dangerous, but it might be QTE-ish. Yes, report back at once so we can give everyone their health back.
That's the first time this game started to get a little bit dangerous, where you had to employ careful use of
Well, it's
the
all...
strongest attacks.
It's also because it didn't let me bring Wendy for some reason. And Lucy's just acted like she was there, but I didn't get to use her. I...
Rank up to C.
Cool. Oh!
Yes.
Her hair's just one solid mass, isn't it? The number of magic
That usually is.
chains. Acquire new extreme magic. Receive items from the council. Wizard charm, protection charm. Cool. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Now at any time I can go talk to Makarov, or I can continue to do the... Oh, cannot accept requests at this time. Dang it!
I guess you maxed out for the time. We've been going for about 2 hours and we haven't even touched the games yet. That's impressive.
Yeah, I think I should end it here because it's 9:30 now.
All right. It's been nice getting a taste of this with you.
Oh yeah, this is actually really fun. I'm probably gonna play it a lot more in my off time because now I have a fun RPG to play that isn't locked behind the schedule wall.
Yeah. Not gonna be anywhere as long as Persona.
Yeah. Maybe I should look into Atli or Riza too, because if it plays like this, that sounds fun.
It plays sort of like this. Like, it's got a lot of the hunting around for items and stuff, but its combat system's closer to that of Final Fantasy VII, like the original Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, cool. I'll take that. All those achievements I got, and it was only 3.
You got 3 achievements 100 million times.
So it seems.
Okay.
Not even half of the people that own this game, like, look at this. 56.3% of people have gotten to Guild Rank C.
Okay, but again,
The game just came
there's
out.
been a lot of Steam issues. You've gotten
Yeah.
farther than a lot of people have with getting things to work.
Yeah, even though the stream's probably, like, unplayable to put on YouTube or something, I'll have to go back and check it.
It dipped in and out. Like, it was... Our audio should be fine. I suppose just, like, put a warning on it that... warning quality dips a lot or something.
Yeah, because Steam's dumb.
You can stress it's not the game's fault or something, I don't know.
Yeah, because I didn't notice
At least
any of
it's not
those.
the game's fault, though.
Yeah, I didn't notice any issues like that in the game itself, but looking over to my other monitor, where I had the Streamlabs opened up, it was just a mess.
It's gonna come out at 6 in the morning and ask me why I'm out there playing video games with circles around my eyes.
Because the power of Fairy Tail. Let the Nakama energy flow through you, Andrew.
I go from playing Fairy Tail on PS4 and then I'm gonna go to my room to play Fairy Tail on Switch.
The ultimate big brain. The problem is keeping them close enough together that you're not like just starting one. You're like, ugh, I'm so weak.
I'm definitely gonna be a few hours behind on the Switch one because I'm getting Fairy Tail. I'm staying up till midnight for Fairy Tail tonight, and I'm not gonna be able to get the Switch version until I go pick it up tomorrow.
All right.